This is Algebra 2, Chapter 3 quiz review. I know you've just sent me in homework for Chapter 3, so here's the quiz review. I'll be sending you this in the quiz this weekend. So for this quiz, for parallel lines, we call them inconsistent, which means they have no solution. For intersecting lines, we call them independent consistent, which means there's only one solution. And for the same line, we call them dependent consistent, which is infinite solutions. And you'll have one of those on the first question. Now for lines in the form ax plus by equals c, the slope is negative a over b. So for 4x plus 5y equals 2, the slope is negative 4 over 5. And for 3x plus 7y equals 5, the slope is negative 3 over 7. Those are different slopes, so they must be intersecting lines with one solution. Now problem 3 is solved by graphing 2x plus y equals 5 and x minus y equals 4. So for the 2x plus y equals 5, we subtract 2x from both sides and get y equals negative 2x plus 5. And for x minus y equals 4, we subtract x. Get negative y equals negative x plus 4, dividing by negative 1, we get y equals x minus 4. Now we're going to graph these by their y-intercepts and their slopes. So the y equals negative 2x plus 5, we start at 5 up on the y-axis and go down 2 right 1, down 2 right 1, down 2 right 1. And then for the x minus 4, we start at minus 4 and go have a slope of 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, and they cross. They're at 3, negative 1, and they're pretty easy to see when you do the slopes and the y-intercepts. Then next, for problem 4, we solve by substitution. 2x plus 4y equals negative 6, and 5x plus y equals 3. So we're going to take the first equation and divide everything by 2. 2x divided by 2 plus 4y divided by 2 equals negative 6 divided by 2, or x plus 2y equals negative 3. And then we can solve for x by subtracting 2y. So x is equal to negative 2y minus 3. And we'll plug that back into the 5x plus y equals 3. So 5 times our substitution for x, negative 2y minus 3 plus y equals 3. And multiplying that out, negative 10y minus 15 plus y equals 3. Collecting terms, negative 9y minus 15 equals 3. Adding 15, negative 9y equals 18. Dividing by negative 9, y equals negative 2. Then plugging y equals negative 2 back into x equals negative 2y minus 3. X is negative 2 times negative 2 minus 3, or 4 minus 3, which is 1. So the solution is x equals 1, y equals negative 2. Solving this next one by elimination, 8x minus 6y equals negative 3, and 4x plus 12y equals 11. We can eliminate x by multiplying the second equation by negative 2, which gives us 8x minus 6y equals negative 3, and negative 8x minus 24y equals negative 22. The 8x's cancel, giving us negative 30y equals negative 25. And dividing by negative 30 on both sides gives us plus, dividing both by 5 over 6. So y equals 5 over 6. And then plugging y equals 5 over 6 for the y back in 8x minus 6y, we have 8x minus 6 times 5 over 6 equals negative 3. The 6's cancel. Or 8x minus 5 equals negative 3. We can add 5 to both sides and get 8x equals 2. Dividing both sides by 8, we can simplify to x equals 1/4 and y equals 5/6, which is our answer. Now, it would seem pretty easy to see which system would be harder to solve by hand graphing. Number 4 with the solution 3, negative 1, or number 5 with the solution 1/4, 5/6. Now problem 7 is the sum of a two-digit number is 11, and the difference of the number and the number reversed is 45. So the two-digit number, the units, the ones place plus the tens place equals 11, and the tens place plus the units place, the original number, minus 10u plus t, the number reversed, equals 45. So when I do that, when I collect terms, I get 9t minus 9u equals 45. And dividing everything by 9, I get t minus u equals 5. And then adding that to the t plus u equals 11, the u's cancel and I get 2t equals 16, or t equals 8. And then plugging back into t plus u equals 11, a plus u equals 11, or u equals 3. So my number is 83. And for problem 8, we're given a problem with two banks, one at 8% and one 10%. And so our first problem 8 is to just make a simple table of principal, rate, time, and interest. So the principal for MERCorp is X, its interest rate is 8% or 0.08. It's for a year, and so the interest for that year would be 0.08x. For Bancorp, its principal would be Y. It would have a 10% interest rate or 0.10. It would be for a year, so its interest rate would be 0.10. Now the amount of the two accounts is 10,000, so X plus Y is 10,000, and we can then set up a substitution for X equals 10,000 minus Y. And now solving for the interest for the year is 850, so 0.08x plus 0.10y equals 850. And substituting in for x from above, 0.08 times 10,000 minus y plus 0.10y equals 850, or 800 minus 0.08y plus 0.10y equals 850, or combining the y's, 800 plus 0.02y equals 850. Subtracting 800 from both sides, we get 0.02y equals 50. Dividing both sides by 0.02, we get y equals 2,500 at 10%. And then remembering that x is 10,000 minus 2,500y, that x is 7,500 at 8%. Then on 10, reading the equation of the lines from the y-intercepts and the slopes, we have the top line is an y-intercept of 3, and it's a slope of down 3, right 2, down 3, right 2. So it's shaded below that, so that line is y is less than or equal to negative 3/2 x plus 3. The bottom line has a y-intercept of negative 1 and a slope of down 1, right 2, or negative 1/2. So it's above that, so it's y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 x minus 1. So the two lines are y is less than or equal to negative 3/2 x plus 3, and y is greater than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 1. Now for 11, graph y greater than or equal to the absolute value of x plus 1 minus 2, which has the center at left 1, down 2, and x minus 3y greater than or equal to negative 3, and list the vertices where they all cross. So for the x minus 3y less than or equal to greater than or equal to negative 3, we subtract x from both sides and get negative 3y is greater than negative x minus 3, divide by negative 3 everywhere, and we get y less than or equal to 1/3 x plus 1. So putting the y-intercept at 1 and going up 1, right 3, and then going back to the y-intercept of 1 and down 1, right 3, then we can get, placing the absolute value at negative 1, left 1, down 2, negative 1, negative 2, and going up 1, right 1 to the right, and up 1, left 1 to the left, we see the intersections are at negative 3, 0, and at 3, 2, and at negative 1, negative 2. Now 12 is the extra credit one, so you don't have to do 12, and so this completes the quiz review, Tom. So hopefully you can get on these quiz reviews and do the quiz that I'm attaching with this.